Breaking news out of South Bend, Indiana. Maybe the biggest news of the entire day. Day number one of this early signing period for the 2023 class. Mike, I see you're shaking your head there already. This is madness, what has gone on really over the last week for Notre Dame and their recruiting class. But in the last few hours for Peyton Bowen, now commits with Oregon. What are your thoughts here? How did this happen? And what ultimately led him to that decision?
Oh, Trey. I really wish I had answers for you, but we're recording this about 30 minutes after he announced the news, and I'm still kind of just sitting here stunned. It looked like Notre Dame or OU, Oklahoma, that being forever, and Oregon at the last minute. When has he even visited Oregon? I know they just had a home visit with him a week ago, but. Again, I think he's been to campus once. Yeah, it looks like in October. I'm just stunned. Not that he flipped, but that it was Oregon. That was a surprise. I was told that Oregon found out that he was choosing the Ducks about 5 minutes before he signed. There was a couple hours before he announced, maybe an hour before he announced. He had it on three guys saying, "Oh, I like him for Notre Dame. I liked him for Notre Dame." Oklahoma, as of last night, thought he was going there. Notre Dame thought they were getting him. Oregon didn't feel confident, and then he flips to Oregon. This has just been a crazy saga. The video of him, and we didn't get permission, or we didn't even ask, but we didn't get permission to show the video on our YouTube channel. Otherwise, I would love to. But you watch him pick up the Notre Dame hat, Peyton Bowen, to act like he was going to sign with Notre Dame. He picks it up, and you see Peyton Bowen's mom so excited because she's wanted Notre Dame all along from what we're told. So excited. And then he says, "No, it doesn't feel right." And then he picks up the Oregon hat and says, "Go Ducks." And you can see Peyton's mom just stunned. Hands over her face. Dad's clapping. This is a stunner that we will talk about for a long time. And folks, as we record this, right, you might be watching this the next day, 2 days after, 30 minutes after we publish this article. He hasn't signed yet, right? He flipped his commitment, but he hasn't even signed yet. Again, this is as we record this video. So who knows? But this Peyton Bowen saga has been one that I've never seen in a decade covering football recruiting. You just don't often get this, especially with Notre Dame recruits. This is just not often a saga that you cover, but definitely is one for the ages.
Arguably the top recruit. This was so surprising, like you said. Mom didn't even realize this was going to happen. I don't think Oregon realized it was going to happen. And like you said last night, we even prepared for Oklahoma, prepared for Notre Dame. Oregon was not necessarily even on the mind at any point over the last week. You saw Ole Miss even got 2 visits. Oregon, just 1 visit from Peyton Bowen. That was enough.
I would say Oregon was on the mind, but just it wasn't like a school that I felt at any point was like seriously going to flip them. It was like, oh yeah, Oregon's in there, but again, not even folks in Eugene felt like he was going to flip. So to the Ducks. So I know folks in the comments are gonna be like, oh, NIL, and look, I'm not going to comment on that. That's for those people, but that's for those people in those discussions to talk about, right? Like the Bowen family and those involved in NIL stuff. I don't want to speak on something I don't know about, but you kind of have to think about it like that. This was a factor because, just logically, it doesn't make a ton of sense. Like Oregon, after all of this, it's Oregon. Yeah, stunner. So again, as you record this, he isn't signed, so we'll see. Who knows? I can't rule anything out.
It could easily continue to get more dramatic here throughout the day. And guys, do get in the comments. I know we probably will see some NIL comments down there, but let me know some other theories as well. And just your thoughts here as the 5-star does now commit with the Oregon Ducks. And this is a Notre Dame recruiting update special here. So guys, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel if you've not done so already. And of course, at blueandgold.com, we are breaking down all of this going on in real time here. You see the NIL evaluator there, but either way, just madness for Peyton Bowen as he is committed with Oregon as well. Now, of course, this is day number 1 of National Signing Day, so while that storyline might be the leader at this point, there's a lot going on with Notre Dame recruiting here. And let's move it along to Braylon James. Braylon James on Twitter. I don't know if we can get this tweet up here, Chris, but his reaction was a funny one right away. He tweeted, "Loyalty speaks louder than anything. Thank y'all for guiding me home. Let's work," at Notre Dame football, at Marcus Freeman as well, and the 4-leaf clover there. So, if nothing else, Braylon James showing his support on this signing day.
Yeah, little subtweet. Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, Trey, you mentioned busy day. Notre Dame came in the day with 26 commitments. I think they're going to end up signing 24. And I don't anticipate any new additions. It looks likely that Jaden Lamar, the 4-star running back from Washington, will flip to Oregon. I believe it's a 4:30 p.m. Eastern time announcement. And a side note, Notre Dame actually added in, and look, it's not a Peyton Bowen replacement. Let's not say that. But the Irish landed a pretty good preferred walk-on safety from Wyoming. Again, folks are like, "Oh, are you serious, Mike?" I'm just reporting news. He had offers from Oregon State, Washington State, Utah. So, I mean, the preferred walk-on with scholarship offers from Power 5 schools. So, a really good PWO addition for Notre Dame, landing Luke Talek from, again, Cody, Wyoming. Obviously doesn't replace, the Peyton Bowen sized hole left in Notre Dame's heart here, but did want to mention that. But yeah, I mean, we're recording this video Wednesday afternoon. Again, looking like 24 signees for the Irish. You bring in a nice preferred walk-on in Luke Talek. And then still keeping an eye on Caleb Smith, the Virginia Tech wide receiver transfer. Does he make a decision today? If he does, do like the Irish for him.
Yep, like you said, 24 at the moment here as we record on Wednesday afternoon. But we wanted to get this video out, get you guys an update on this Peyton Bowen situation. Some positive news, though, Mike, as we roll along here on National Signing Day. Chancey Stuckey, Notre Dame Assistant Coach Recruiter of the Year. He was named this morning. Had the tweet out on Blue and Gold. Reports on it as well over there. But he led Notre Dame, obviously, to one of its best signing classes on paper in their history here, the wide receivers coach. Talk about this honor a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, it's an honor we gave him at Blue and Gold. The two guys that we considered were Stuckey and cornerbacks coach Mike Mickens. I mean, Notre Dame's cornerback duo of Christian Gray and Micah Bell is one of the best the Irish have signed. But this one had to go to Stuckey because Notre Dame just desperately needed to add quantity and quality at the receiver position. They signed 4. And they signed 3 top 30 wide receivers nationally. So we're not talking about the national rankings where you're putting up a quarterback versus a center, right? We're talking about where they stack up against receivers. 3 top 30 guys. Notre Dame has never signed 3 top 30 receivers per the On3 consensus in the internet era. And Stuckey did that in his first year at Notre Dame. And this is his second year as a full-time coach. He got into coaching about 3 years ago, and he was just a recruiting office off-field guy for the Tigers. Baylor hired him in 2021 and then gets to Notre Dame in January 2022. And you see the impact that he has made, for the Fighting Irish in such a short time. So definitely kudos to Chancey Stuckey. He gets the Blue and Gold's Notre Dame Recruiter of the Year.
Yeah, legendary player, becoming a legendary recruiter there as well. Blue and Gold's Recruiter of the Year. And Mike, as we close it out here, anything else you want to update everybody on as we continue on signing day? And, really just to kind of break down Peyton Bowen one last time, what do you think led to Notre Dame's downfall with the 5-star?
I don't know. I thought he was going to Notre Dame. So I don't know. I mean, look, everyone wants to talk about money, NIL. I'll let other people speculate and argue about that. But again, I think it has to be at least pondered. And then in terms of some closing thoughts. Definitely stay tuned to our Blue and Gold YouTube channel. National Signing Day, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Myself, Mike Goolsby, and Tim Hyde will be live, and we also have a really special guest. My hint is that he played with Goolsby at Notre Dame, but otherwise, you're just going to have to tune in and see for yourself. It's about 20-minute, really good conversation with a former Notre Dame player, Mike Goolsby, so you're definitely going to watch that.
Yeah, guys, please check it out. We're going to have coverage all day on blueandgold.com as well. So jump over to our website side. If you've not done so already, hit that subscribe button because we really want to see your comments about Bowen, about signing day in general. And you got to be a subscriber to get in the comments section. So please do that if you've not done so already. But for Mike Singer, my name is Trey Yanity. Peyton Bowen has announced that he is committed with the Oregon Ducks. Just one headline here on Notre Dame's National Signing Day. But keep updated, guys, with Blue and Gold. We'll see you real soon. Go Irish.